Hello everyone, I hope you're doing alright, I hope you're keeping safe, and I hope you're keeping sane. Look, I want to get back to doing regular videos very soon. As I mentioned in my last video, it's a little bit tricky at the moment, what with everyone at home, me and my wife both working from home, and my stepdaughter being here doing her schooling from home as well. But I do want to get back to doing more regular videos. But in this video, really what I want to talk about and talk to you guys about is what I want to do in 2021, how I want to sort of push things forward, how I want to try and reach more people, what my plans are for the channel, and what I want to do a bit more of this year going forward, basically. If I start with the channel, because I got a few comments on my last video, quite rightly and quite understandably, to say, you know, Phil, I like the videos, which thank you very much for that, really appreciate that, but you do have a tendency to repeat yourself. You do talk about a lot about the same thing, and I do. And I know in my last video I talked a lot about GamStop, I talked a lot about blocks, I talked about a lot about restrictions and stuff like that, which I have talked about time and time again. Now, there's two reasons I talk about that time and time again. The first one is that it's important, obviously, but secondly, the reason I did it more in my last video was because I had been away for a while. I hadn't posted for a while, and I noticed that a lot of new people had come onto the channel. So I thought, well, what better way to start sort of interacting with all you new guys who have come over than to sort of highlight some of what I think are the most important elements when it comes to gambling recovery. But I do appreciate and I do understand that for a lot of you guys who have been with the channel maybe from the start, or maybe for a fair amount of time, that it does come across maybe a little bit like I'm sort of repeating myself over and over again, almost for the sake of it. And I do understand that. And what I want to do this year is maybe take on a lot more of your suggestions as to what you'd like to see videos on. Because everyone's recovery is different, everyone's experience with gambling is different, and if there's subjects that you'd like me to particularly to talk about, then I will talk about them. Also, I want to talk to you guys a lot more, which will mean to me doing more live streams. I really want to start doing more live streams because at the moment, with things being the way they are and it being really busy, I don't always get the opportunity to read and respond to all of my comments. I do my best to make sure I read them all, because ultimately if you guys have taken the time to leave me a comment, then it's, you know, only reasonable that I read it. Plus, I do like to sort of hear your feedback and get your feedback, and actually it's your feedback that has led to this video being made. So as well as doing more live streams, and I don't know whether I'm going to be able to do them regularly, I'd love to say that, for example, you know, I'd do them on a Sunday night or a Thursday night or Saturday afternoon or something. But because of the way things are at the moment, until things settle down, there's no guarantee that I can really sort of stick to a schedule. But I do want to do more regular live streams so we can have a sort of more of a back and forth, because even when I do get a chance to reply to your comments, it's very much a kind of, you say something, I respond to it, and that's that. But actually, I think opening a conversation and being able to have a bit more of a back and forth and a discussion about things, maybe things as well that we don't necessarily agree upon, I think is a lot more constructive and actually, to be fair, a lot more interesting, because there's not a huge amount we can do at the moment, is there? So actually it'd be quite nice to talk to people, to be completely honest with you. Aside from that, I do also want to, and I don't know quite what format this is going to take, how I'm going to do this, whether it's going to be a sort of split screen thing, whether I'm going to try and do some sort of podcasty kind of arrangement, I don't know, but I actually want to talk to more people live. Maybe some of you guys, maybe other people on YouTube here that talk about gambling or gambling recovery, maybe other people in the industry, people from within the gambling industries, maybe streamers, that sort of thing. Anyone I can get on and we can sort of talk about our experiences with gambling, maybe our problems with gambling and our opinions on various elements of it, and actually have more of a sort of an open conversation. So you're not just listening to me waffling on and on and on, you're actually getting to experience someone else's opinions and someone else's experiences. And if that's something actually that you'd be interested in being a part of, then let me know. You know, I can't guarantee again when this is going to happen, but it's something I do want to do this year. And something else I want to do this year is reach out to more people in person. And again, I don't know what format this is going to take yet. I would like to get myself in front of maybe problem gamblers, but possibly more so younger people who are yet to really get involved in gambling, maybe people who are just sort of tiptoeing around the edges of gambling or the early stages, or maybe people who are in a similar situation to I was when I was at school and, you know, dabbling on fruit machines and things like that. Maybe that I can get in front of people and explain the potential problems, the potential dangers, and coming from someone who actually has been there and done that. And I really want to sort of try and maybe help people as much as I can. I mean, I'm not over over-egging my own abilities here, but if I can get in front of people and just try and help a few younger people and steer them a little bit away from gambling, or at least make them very aware of the potential problems of gambling, that's something else I want to do this year. I really want to sort of get in front of people face to face and talk to them. Another thing I've been toying with, some of you may know because I've put it in a link in the description, I did mention it a couple of times as well. I started a second channel here on YouTube, which was more just about me ranting about things that I think or things that I care about or current affairs and stuff like that. I quite enjoyed it, but if I'm completely honest, I never kept it up. This channel has always been my priority because ultimately I didn't start on YouTube to be a YouTube person. You know, I'm not a YouTuber. I came onto YouTube because I wanted to share my experiences with gambling, and I wanted to speak to like-minded people, maybe people who are in a similar position to me, so they knew that they weren't alone, and maybe share my experiences and maybe help a few people in that respect. That was my very reason for coming on YouTube. But that said, I do like the idea. I do enjoy making videos, and I do like the idea of maybe sharing my experiences in related topics, things that are slightly outside of gambling. Obviously, that will still remain the primary focus of the channel, but maybe talk about other things. I have been very open with the fact that in the past I have drunk excessively. Now, I'm actually not drinking at the moment. It's been a couple of weeks. You know, that's not huge, I know. But, you know, it was Christmas and New Year. But maybe I want to talk about that a little bit more. Maybe that'll be of interest to people. Maybe my opinions and experiences in other parts of life, other forms of addiction, other forms of mental health issues, because that's something else that I have experience with. Would people be interested in hearing about that? Or would I be, in essence, sort of overstretching my remit? Would I be going beyond what people actually watch this channel and subscribe to this channel for? I'd really be interested to know your thoughts, because the last thing I want to do is to start making videos on other topics. People think I just like the sound of my own voice. I don't, by the way. I like the sound of my own voice, or I've kind of overstretched my own importance, because I've got, 1,500 subscribers now. Thank you so much for that, guys. Really appreciate it. But I don't want people thinking, oh, he's got a few subscribers now. Now he thinks he can share his opinions and people are actually going to care what I say. Because I don't necessarily think people are going to care what I say. Why should you? Everyone's opinion is as valid as the next. But if there's other things that I think might help people, or maybe people can relate to, that could be positive, and it could maybe reach a few people who are struggling mentally with other things. I don't know. I've waffled a bit there, but do please let me know your thoughts. Would you watch me talk about other things? If you would watch me talk about other things and you'd be interested to hear my opinion on other things, then let me know what you maybe like me to talk about, And if you think that's a really bad idea and this channel should be primarily and exclusively about gambling recovery, then let me know that as well. That will remain and will always remain the heart of this channel. The reason I started this channel is to help me with my gambling recovery and helping others with their gambling recoveries and sharing my experiences and what works and what hasn't worked for me, and hopefully some of that rubbing off on other people. And that will remain the primary focus. But I'm wondering whether I can expand the channel out a bit to cover a few more topics, maybe allow me to make more regular videos, because at the moment I'm only making videos really when I have something specific to talk about. And this might be why sometimes when I just have a little thing to talk about, I think, well, I don't want to put a 1-minute video up. Like the last one where I said Happy New Year to everyone. I didn't want to just put a 30-second video and go, Happy New Year, because I noticed I had new subscribers, and I thought, well, actually now is a good time to reach out and maybe discuss some of the real key elements to recovery at the same time. So I've waffled there, but just let me know your thoughts. But ultimately, what I want to do this year is reach out to more people, both on here and in person. I want to expand the channel by talking to other people live, live interviews, maybe a podcast kind of a thing, interviews, stuff like that. Obviously, there's a bit restricted at the moment, but there'll come a time when that becomes more possible. I want to do a lot more live streaming so I can chat to a lot more of you guys, albeit through a keyboard, and maybe when Boris time and things allow, maybe I could arrange some sort of meetup. And again, let me know if you'd be up for that. Let me know if you'd be up for a meetup. It's no secret that I quite enjoy a pint, so I'm sure it'd be in a pub somewhere at some stage when that allows. So that's me. I've got a little bit of time on my own tomorrow, so I'll hopefully get a couple of videos up because I've got a couple of ideas that I want to work on. If I don't, my apologies. Like I say, things are a bit up in the air at the moment, but it's great to talk to you guys again. Let me know your thoughts about everything I've spoken about. Look forward to spending a lot more time talking to you guys in 2021. And in the meantime, as always, and as I bleat on about, it's good to have a catchphrase, isn't it? Stay safe, stay sane, and I'll see you on the next one. All the best.